Hello guys, this is Adam from Together Audio. I am very excited to tell you about our newest plugin, Rich Drums. Following the huge success of our mastering plugin, Rich, we decided to make drum bass processing easy and sounding great. That's why we released a drum bass processor, Rich Drums, which you just put in your drum bass and your drums come to life. You know, the drum track, the beat, is arguably one of the most important parts of any genre. So if you want great sounding drums, try Rich Drums. I'll walk you through the plugin now. The track I'll be using for this presentation of Rich Drums has been made available to us by drummer and composer Patrick Carmichael. Thanks, Patrick. Rich Drums is best used on the drum bass, so we'll group these onto a summing stack and we'll name it drum bass. Please refer to your DAW instructions to see how to do it in your DAW. So all the channels now go into the drum bass, and on this drum bass we'll place Together Audio Rich Drums. If a new version of the plugin is available, you'll be notified on plugin load, and you can set how often the plugin checks for updates in this bell icon. Daily, weekly or never. We'll set this to weekly, and then you can download a new version or receive news on possible expansions. You can also resize the plugin. If you select a different size, you will have to reload the plugin by removing it and then adding it again. If this doesn't work for you for some reason, this happens sometimes with some DAWs, then you will have to close the DAW and then reopen your project. As with most of our plugins, Rich Drums also features a simple view and an expert view. Simple view, which you see now, features minimal controls and lets you quickly dial in your sound, browse some presets, enable and disable some sections. To dive deeper, enable the expert mode here, and now you have fine-tuned adjustments for all of the sections. Before we talk about the details, let's have a listen to some of the presets and some controls being adjusted to hear different flavors Rich Drums has to offer. Let's have a look at the simple mode first. As you've seen, preset browsing is done with the arrows next to the preset name, but you can also click on the name to reveal the factory presets dropdown. To save your own preset, right-click, enter a name and press enter, and now this preset is saved to the user presets dropdown, where you can also show your user presets folder to manage your presets. To save the changes to a preset with the current name, click here. The E icon shows you currently installed preset expansions for the plugin and lets you authorize them. Let's talk about the adaptive band dynamics section. This section relies on multiband compression to add weight, body, or presence to your sound. It features two modes, punch and crunch, which lets you make the transients stand out or control some sound that might be too punchy. Cleanup gets rid of some common drum mix problem frequencies, like boxiness and muddiness, and tape and lo-fi brings retro flavor to your drums. On the left, you have an input trim with a meter. For best results when using the factory presets, keep in the yellow range of the input level. If you wish a louder, more saturated, more boosted sound, you can start with a higher input level and adjust the main boost knob even higher, also enabling soft clip distortion. The output of the plugin is adjusted with the output trim, and as you notice, when I bypass the plugin, I get a volume change. That's why you can bypass with the bypass button in the plugin and adjust compensation so you get a similar listening level when the plugin is active and bypassed. This allows for easy A/B comparing. Rich Drums features a stereo image control, which lets you tighten the stereo image or widen your drums. Let's play with that control using the lo-fi space preset. To listen for stereo phase issues in your drum mix, enable check mono. Now let's go into the expert view and explore what each section does. You can see the enables are here in both views. We'll disable everything and explore the sections one by one. You can see that the stereo image section now features a mid and side EQ. And low-cut sections has adjustable low-cut filter to get rid of some of the low-end rumble you might encounter in your mix. Now let's listen to the adaptive band dynamics section and dial the weight, body and presence, utilizing both modes, punch and crunch. The mix control lets you mix in the ABD section for parallel compression, New York style. Now the bottom knobs. The cleanup knob lets you get rid of some troublesome frequencies like boxiness and muddiness, but if you dial it too high, you might end up with your mix sounding too thin. Also, it can control some of the high end if it gets too brittle or too dark. If you want your mix on the brighter side, use the bright setting. Then we have tape emulation with saturation and some tonal variation. with clean and dirty tape variants. And lo-fi for retro sound, either analog or digital, emulating retro samplers for processing beats. You can even do some glitch effects with it. Rich Drums features mid-side EQs, so you can change the tone of both your mid signal and your side signal, so your center image and width. You can solo each of these and adjust low and high frequency shelf boost or cut, frequency and gain. So you can make the stereo portion of your stereo image brighter or darker, or remove some of the low end, making your mix tighter and more focused. You can of course use rich drums outside the drum bus, for example on a percussion track. We'll be using a preset called Enhanced Percussion to bring some width and detail to the percussion track. Rich Drums is not limited to acoustic drums. It works really great on beats too, to beef them up or create some lo-fi flavor. Now you know how to make your drum tracks and beats shine, pump and punch with Together Audio rich drums. You can download the free demo from our website togetheraudio.com and take it for a spin yourselves. You can purchase the plugin for as low as $10 thanks to our Choose Your Price model, and 10% goes to a good cause you select at checkout. Have fun!